ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome to episode 32 of our No Man's Land series. This is Ultra Farmer here. I am just getting the last section of this big new sunflower field planted rather. And then we just got to roll it, and we have got some new fields that are going. And I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. These two fields that I made, we'll go into flight mode after I get this done. These two fields were easily the most work I ever did, like off camera. Like I always did some stuff off camera that was a little bit just kind of mind numbing, but oh my god, like doing these fields, holy, it actually took so much time to get these fields good to go. Actually, yeah, we'll drive, kind of take the long way back here. We'll drive along this road. Like I said, we'll go into flight mode, but I'm gonna pull this back at least so I can get the rollers going and such. But I did what I said I was gonna do. I went through and I mowed this whole section with the mower unit, and I went through and then I baled it. Then I went through and plowed, and then I went through and rock picked, and then limed, and then now I just finished seeding. This field down below that we're looking at on the bottom side of the ridge is rolled and good to go. This one's obviously just been planted, and we're gonna get the rollers going on that. And yeah, this took a lot of time. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, I'll get everything ready for episode 32 so I could bring you in at this point, and it was so much work. It took a very, very long time. It took so much time that I actually it had gotten dark in game, and I had to sleep. I had to get time going through the night so that I could get daylight again to work. Like that's how long it actually took. Let's dock this off. I think I'm gonna try and pull these rollers with this big tractor because it's a little bit deceiving here, but when you come out and you stand, there's actually like crazy steep hill here. Yeah, yeah, needs rolling, but this one, yeah, we'll just have to fertilize it after, but it is going. We got our sunflowers going. So maybe, yeah, let's get this unhooked. Let's go like that. Let's drop this off. We spent a bit more money. Basically, all the money that we spent though was it was seed, fertilizer, and lime. That's basically all we spent money on, and we actually had to get a whole bunch of all of that. So let's just park that there for right now. Let's get this hooked on. Get this hooked on, and then we'll jump into flight mode quick, and I'll show you guys kind of what we did. Actually, here, I'm gonna get this tractor going. Just give me 1 sec, and then we'll come back once he's rocking in there, and we'll go into flight mode and we'll check all these fields out. Okay, there we go. We got one of the boys going on these rollers to kind of help us out, and then that way we can go through. I'm gonna go back and pressure wash that unit and blah blah blah. So let's jump into. We'll go back into this tractor, but I'm gonna go into flight mode real quick just so you guys can see. Thought maybe I could do it from in the tractor, but you can. That's all good. Okay, let's look at these fields. Oh, yeah, like that field. That field that's getting rolled right now is a big field. That's easily our biggest field. But this is the farm. Geez, I actually didn't go into flight mode at any point, so this is this is it. This is it. So we can see Thomas's fields in the very, very top of our view there. Those small ones up there, 1 and 2. So this field that we have, let's just speed this up a little bit. So this field right here where the cursor is, we did that one in sunflowers. This weird shaped one, sunflowers. This one, sunflowers. I did both of these rectangle ones in oats. This one is our cotton field. It's always been our cotton field. And then now these big two new sunflower fields. And like, yeah. Oof. That was a lot of work. Start to finish, like mowing it, baling it, which I almost like halfway through baling it, I was like, oh my god, this is a waste of time. But I mean, I think I got like 14 or 15 really of the biggest bales that we can make off this unit or off both these kind of fields combined. So I mean, like that's actually quite a bit of good money in silage. Like it was worth it. It'll pay for some of the stuff that we've been spending money on, but yeah, I basically didn't really mess with much of these trees other than just a few that were sticking out right at the edge. This part here where the road goes through is very steep, as you guys probably kind of seen there. So I left that just as is. I guess a bit more of the money that I spent was trying to paint these roads in. That actually costed quite a bit of money. That's why I stopped. I was going to keep going and make the ring around here. Like you can see how it naturally is on this map. These roads kind of come around here and tie back in. But yeah, it was just costing too much money. So, but yeah, that's it right there. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to bring you back in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another little cut in here where and I'll bring you back in once we're. Oh, I'm falling to earth. See if we can land right by our tractor. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you back in once that field's rolled, and we'll take a load of clothes up to get sold, which we'll get a good flush of cash through, and then basically we're just gonna be kind of waiting around till our oats are ready to go, and which will be in late August. Jeez, how many times have I done this? And you think I can remember? You'd think I'd be able to remember? Yeah, August, and then we'll have a massive harvest in October again. Like always, it'll be a ton of work, and it'll just be nice to see how much we get off all these sunflower fields and how much we're able to put into our new production facility. But I'm just gonna hop in this unit. Oh, flight mode. I'm gonna pull this back over, get her all pressure washed. It's just a lot of honestly what took the longest I think was plowing that field. Plowing that field for sure. I'm gonna have to look and see if I can find some different plow implements that are much larger. Could not have done all that work without that large tractor and even this large tractor. Like I couldn't have done it. It was just so much. And these big implements, like you need 20 meter. Well, I guess these are 18 meter, but those rollers like 24 meter implements. You just need it on those projects. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way. It would take forever if we were still using that little planter over there to get it done. So, yeah, let's get this unit nice and swashed up. I'm gonna have to buy some more fertilizer and stuff to fill these units on our next plant, but the nice thing though too is that the fields are made now, and I'm able to get the boys out there helping me and set them off, and they can do a lot. But yeah, plowing those fields, plowing it easily took the longest. But all these planters that we got, the tractor, those cultivators that we have sitting there when it comes time to prep the fields again, they will all be worth their weight in gold, so to speak. But okay, well, I'm just gonna get everything parked away. Let Thomas finish up rolling that field, and then we will go sell some clothes. Okay, folks, welcome back. We got our fields are growing a little bit more. I went ahead and got all of that rolling and such done on the last of the big sunflower fields out there. Just going through, getting the last little bit of clothes loaded onto this trailer. We're gonna head it up and we're gonna go sell some clothes because we should be at peak time. And what we need to do is we need to go check and see where we're going. Let's see where we're going with this stuff. Clothes. The country specialty store is at 11. Oh wow, okay. Specialty store it is. All right, let's go sell some clothes. Now, what else do we got going on? We've got quite a bit of extra wool kicking around. Like our production facility is like almost maxed out with wool. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go through and sell some more sheep at some point. or potentially, since our production facility is so full, we might have to just take our wool and either go sell it or go put it into one of the production facilities that's in the town. But I'm just kind of thinking about that, in real time right now. Got some grass out here that we could come cut, but I really don't feel like doing that right now. To be honest, after doing all that field work to get those fields ready, the last thing I feel like doing is more field work right now. Uh, but it does look like we got a little bit of weeds that might be popping through on our fields, so that we're probably gonna have to go deal with that. What's the best way? Oh yeah, the other side. The other side. So I'm gonna have to deal with a little bit of weeds, but I figured I would bring you in while we sell these clothes so you can kind of just see all our hard work is for something. We gotta go back, we gotta feed Freckles. I almost forgot this morning, but he'll be good. He'll be good. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so 363 on that load, which is basically going to be it because we don't really have that much more in the factory itself. There might be like 4 more pallets or something there, I'm not too sure. But we'll go grab everything that we can right now just to kind of to get that done. But yeah, even though we spent all that money, like that production facility is so full that even if we just waited another year, we would have another massive haul like that. We get another big cotton field that we can go, that we're going to get, probably 3 bales off of, which can go in the production facility. And then we also, like all these sunflowers, we're going to be able to put, kind of a substantial amount of sunflower into that grain mill. And the amount of oil that we're going to get out is just going to be, it's going to be crazy, I think. Like, it was a lot of work to get those fields in, but there's Freckles. You know what? Let's sneak up on him if we can. He'll never see us coming. What's he doing? Look at him. He's just sitting there waiting for food. Yeah. Alright, let's get you fed, buddy. Come on now. That's our boy. Okay, let's go load up the last of these clothes. Take these off, and then, yeah, we'll see how much cash we got. We're gonna have to go do some fertilizing today. I kind of got our tractor set out right there, ready to go. We'll go do some fertilizing. We'll go do some work to get some of these weeds out of the ground. And I think that's probably gonna be it for today. Like, not this episode necessarily, but for today. That'll be our main thing. Okay, now is that everything? I'm just gonna hop out here and see. Yeah, close. Let's just double check right here. Close, we got 300. Yeah, so like our production facilities are cranked out and maxed. We need products for this, but basically it's just time there. But when those things are full, like, that means there's like 400 grand worth of money just sitting in there, kind of like waiting to go. But we should get, at 11 grand, we got another 4 boxes here, so another 44,000-ish should come off this load. And then, well, like I said, we'll come back here, we'll get some of these, we'll go through some of these fields and see what we got to do to pull these weeds out. Because we don't really want to mess with the yields too much. I thought that spraying them would be good enough, but we sprayed and we cultivated. I thought that was enough to deal with all those weeds, but not 100% sure. Like, with all the fields, what we had done is we just plowed them because it was just kind of easier to deal with it in that sense. But we'll figure it all out. We'll get our fields going good because I want the best yields possible, obviously, coming off those fields. We've got, we've got enough cash sitting now that we can go buy any tools and stuff that we need. Not that we really need. I always say that, not that we need anything. And then I find a whole bunch of stuff for us to buy. You know what I did do, though? I know you're thinking, oh, pull over it. Yeah. Okay, well, these got put in upside down. Right on. I don't know who did that. Couldn't have been me. 45. So there we go. 489,000-ish. Not too bad. Not too bad. So the only thing we got to deal with is a bit of weeds in our field. Hey, there's the bank. They know us real good in there. Should get a Christmas card from those guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go through. So we've kind of bottlenecked again at those production facilities with our cotton and our wool, and we got another big load of cotton coming in, so it might. Yeah, but it's April. You know that cotton doesn't come off till October, so that'll probably end up working good. But yeah, we've kind of got too much wool, but I don't really want to go through and build more productions and stuff with that. I want to just kind of stick to what we got of doing our sunflower oil. We can keep going with that cotton field because it's a pretty good cycle. 3 bales a year is basically what we need to keep our productions going good. Oh, look at Freckles. Full of food. And he's ready for the day. Okay, let's go. I'm probably going to pull around. Maybe what we could do. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's turn our fancy trailer on. Let's roll through and pick up all this wool. Is that gonna pick it up? Okay. Pull around here. What we'll do is we'll go sell some wool. We'll go see what we can get off of, you know, kind of a bit of a truck of wool here. A trailer full. We got 4,000 liters, it says on that trailer right now. Let's see how much we got kind of sitting around here, because we don't need to put any more in our production facility. Well, no more fits in there. Let's pull it around here. Another thing we'll have to do today is go through and make sure all the animals are fed and they got enough water, which they should, because I had just done that, it felt like the other day. But we'll go through, make sure that's all good. Let's load this up. Okay, now, oh. Say we were gonna go sell some wool. Clothing factory. The farm shop, farmer's market. Let's go to the farmer's market with this. I don't even really know where the farmer's market is. Let's go find out. We'll go find out real quick. Usually there's like a... Oh, there, it's blinking on my map. Oh, there we go. We just couldn't see it. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is just what we'll do. We'll just, whenever we kind of get an overhaul like this, we'll just take it up, sell it. Okay. So it was $1,000 per 1,000 liters, so that's just where you pull through. Is that it? Do I get to spin around here? It seems like it only took off the one side of the trailer. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There we go. So what's that? You know, another 17, 18,000? That's not too bad. I'll pay for some dog food. I'll pay for some dog food. Okay. Well, I just wanted to bring you guys back just to show you that we're making a little bit of money. But yeah, we're already back up to $500,000. I don't feel bad about spending money on that equipment whatsoever. Just go get what we need. We own everything. We don't have anything leased, so that's good. This trailer's been so handy, actually. But yeah, that big tractor, those big implements, I'm so glad we bought that. There's no way we could have did that field work so without it. There's just no way. But okay, well, I'm gonna just keep going here. I'm gonna get something for us to work on these weeds, and then I'll bring you back once we are kind of doing something with those weeds and getting them managed. and we'll do some fertilizing. Okay, folks, we are back. We're back in action. I've just been kind of running around doing just kind of mostly fertilizing and spraying some weeds. That's basically what I've been working on. I'm just popping back over here to fill up this fertilizer spreader so I can head back out to the kind of the last of the new fields out there. I'm gonna go get that all set up, and then I'm gonna go back over to spraying some weeds. I sprayed weeds on kind of like our OG. Well, let's just look on this right now. Yeah, you can kind of see. Okay, so I just sprayed all the weeds on this field. A couple little spots that maybe poked through. Doesn't really matter. Just finishing up spraying this one. I've got these fields are all fertilized 2 times and good to go. This field needs to get sprayed again. This field is what I'm going back over to work on right now so we can get this 2 times fertilized. I'll spray this, and then I think if I go like this, yeah, this one's fertilized, so we'll have to fertilize this one after. So just these last two, once I get this sprayed with weeds, I'll do that. But I want to leave this on just so I can see what's shaking down. Yeah. So let's head back over and let's get this guy set up. Doing some fertilizing. Sheep are good to go, I think, except this pen. I always got to check this pen. This one seems to be the one where they go through the food the fastest. Some hungry dudes all up in there. But not too shabby. So it's a lot of work though now, getting all these fields kind of like prepped and good to go. I guess it just seems like a lot of work because last time, or when I was cutting these fields in, that just was like a lot of work. But now that I have this set up, I'm able to, kind of get some workers going with this. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter on fertilizing because we can get that after. But let's head back over. Yeah, let's head back over and keep spraying here. Get all these weeds off. I kind of hate spraying chemicals on her. I know it's just a game, but I kind of feel bad that we're just spraying chemicals on this. I gotta figure out a better way to handle weeds. I mean, I guess we could just turn weeds off, but that's not really the point of this series. I wanted it to have it on like all the settings on, or the hardest settings on. Whatever I had to do to kind of make this as difficult as possible. These fields are going pretty good. I think after I spray this, one thing I can do with weeds is I could just plow the fields in between every harvest, but that's like not super fun either, and it's not super realistic because you wouldn't be plowing your fields every single time. You'd only plow your fields once in a while, but I guess it's not like you wouldn't just plant in the same fields every time too. You gotta let your fields kind of like re-nurture, if you will, get a bunch of its like nutrients put back into it. You'd have to like kind of stagger your crops. Okay, let's shut this off. It's kind of hard to see where I've done. Oh, maybe not. But yeah, I wanted to bring you guys back in while we get some of this done. I'm really looking forward, I've said this a couple times though, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of yields we're going to pull off these fields. I don't know either. I mean, we don't really have the money to do it. Well, we definitely don't have the money to do it, but I was kind of thinking like if a really good deal came through the stores, it might be worth getting another harvester because, come fall season, we're gonna have a lot of friggin' work to do, a lot of harvesting, but it won't go too bad actually. We'll be able to get it done relatively quickly. So maybe not. Maybe I won't jump the gun on another harvester just quite yet. Again, we don't really have the money to do it. I guess I could probably scrape together the money to do that, but it's not really. Let's see. So it looks like we missed a little spot up there. I'm just gonna spin around and see if I can find that easily. And we can just head to that other field this way. Do I got enough herbicide? Probably not. But I had bought some more and stored it over there. So we'll cruise past and we'll fill this unit up. It's like somewhere in here, wasn't it? It was just right at the end. I think it's right there. Right there, I reckon. Okay, let's shut this bad boy up. And let's even fold him up. This weed sprayer, the herbicide sprayer, is pretty good. It's not bad. It's just slow. I wish I could afford that other kind of like big actual tractor unit itself. But they're like 250 grand, so we don't really have that kind of Benjamins just hanging around currently. Okay, let's fill this bad boy up here. Yeah, I kind of wish there was a better way to deal with weeds. I don't really know. Like I've tested other stuff before with like the actual weeders, like the units that you pull behind and they drag the weeds out, but even when I had just off camera, I tested one just to pull across this field that we're going to go spray right now, and I used it. I've used it on this full field and it still shows that there's weeds in there. And then I like tried to go over it again and it didn't do anything different. And when I look at those, like the description of those units, it says like they can only be used within the first stages of growth. So I don't want to like chance it and go to another growth stage and then try to drive over the field and crop destruction's on it just destroys a bunch of the crops, which my luck is exactly what will happen. So I figured let's just blast it with chemicals. Okay, well, let's just shut this off for a second. Yeah, that's showing us that we're doing it, right? Okay. Let's just keep her going. Let's just keep her going. I'll set a worker to do it just so we can kind of chinwag while it's happening. So let's talk about the future plans here, because once this is sprayed and fertilized, or I can't remember, already can't remember. No, this one's good. We got to go fertilize this one, but that really won't take that long. So then everything's going to be fertilized, good to go. We can see our worker up here still just rocking. So once all that's done, what's going to be our next steps? Basically, we've got to wait until... Okay, this guy's giving her. We've got to wait until October. This is when everything's gonna happen. Our sunflowers will be good to go. Our cotton will be good to go. Actually, the next thing will be our oats in August. So that's probably what I'll end up doing is I'll probably end up just kind of going through time and getting to the point of August so that we can harvest our oats. Get those pulled off. We'll just throw them in the silos for now. And then after that, we'll kind of skip through towards October, and then that's when we'll be able to do our massive harvest, our really, really big harvest. And then afterwards, we'll have a bit of work to do prepping and getting the fields ready in the fall. We're probably going to have to spray a whole bunch. So, kind of with that thought process, my next bigger purchase, maybe next year, yeah, maybe next year once we sell off all the sunflower oil and the all the clothes again. We'll go through if we have any excess wool and stuff that we need to get rid of. We can sell that as well. We'll sell the oats and everything. And what I'm hoping is maybe we can get one of those big sprayer units to help us out with a little bit of, one, the fertilizing, and two, the spraying for weeds. But I definitely want to find a better way to do weeds rather than just spraying them with chemicals. So I'll kind of think about that off camera. Actually, if anyone knows anything let me know in the comments section below too. Maybe I'm just missing something. I'm trying to think right now as we're doing this, but Like, do I just run the weeder over right in the first stages after we harvest? Is it better to mulch immediately after we harvest? What am I missing that manages the weeds a bit better? Or is it better to let them grow a little bit longer and then use some sort of a weed picker? But I don't know what stage to do that at. I don't think large weeds you can pull out with like one of those units, one of those like weed pullers. Weed, the actual weeders, where they at? Small grown weeds between crops, improving the field state. They can only be used in the first growing stages. Additionally, you can seed with this tool. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, you can seed, yeah, canola and grass right on. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts there. So, okay, I'm gonna finish off getting these fields sprayed. I'll finish off getting these fertilized as well, and I'll bring you guys back in. Um, I'll bring you guys back in when we're getting closer to harvest our oats. All right, folks, we're back. We are just waiting for this rain to clear, and then once this rain does clear, we're gonna hop in our favorite combine over here and go harvest some fields. We got some oat fields that are ready to harvest, but yeah, we're just waiting for this gross weather to pass by. We don't want to harvest in the rain, but maybe we could get this thing fired up at least. And maybe we'll pull it out of here and we can hook onto our headers. And hopefully this weather clears soon for us. Freckles is... Oh yeah, you can see Freckles over there. He's not fazed by this rain at all. And there we go. Just like that. Just like that, the rain has cleared and it is time for us to go harvest some oats. What did I do? I did a little bit of stuff kind of in between getting ready for these oats to harvest, or get ready to harvest. Whoa, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, I don't know what that was all about. Jeez. I mean, this rack thing's kind of cool, but it's also kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. Whoa. Okay, okay. If we can make it to this field, we will start harvesting some oats. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's get this harvester nice and opened up, ready to go. Yeah, okay, let's go back to our regular scheduled programming. What did I do? I sold some sheep. That's definitely what I did. I went through and I sold some sheep kind of between the last little bit there. What else did I do? I hauled another load of wool up to the farm shop just because we're kind of full up in our production facility. So I just took that up there and I sold it. So that's why we get a little bit extra cash. Oh, one thing I'm gonna do here. Wait, one sec. Whoa, one sec. One sec. One sec. I don't know if I feel like. I mean, should we bale this straw? You know, I don't think I'm gonna bale this time. I really don't. I'm just not. I'm not in the mood to do it. Not really that much money. Oh, so I think we're just gonna skip baling the straw this time. We're just gonna focus on, you know, our main focus is gonna be on, oh, on this sunflower harvest. Really, I want to see how much we get out of the sunflowers. Why is the straw swath going down? Did we did we not just turn that off? Maybe I turned it on. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Jeez, I don't know why. These are the things that I go through. This is what I go through. But yeah, we'll cut some oats right now. Let's hop out of this. Let's let our worker go do that. Weeds growing. There's always weeds growing. And maybe let's hop up into flight mode. And let's take a look at everything real quick here. Oh yeah. Pretty cool looking farm. There we go. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. We're going to finish harvesting these oats. I'm just going to throw all the oats in the silos for time being. And then once everything's all harvested and good to go, then I'm gonna just kind of fast forward time a little bit, go through. I might start prepping some of these fields. I might do a little bit of spraying, but I really want to come back in, and our next big thing will be the cotton and the sunflower harvest. That's going to be our next big kind of how you doing to finish off the year. And so let's jump into that thing right there. Oh, let's just go back into that. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. So what I kind of thought I would do to finish off this episode is I think I might just do a little bit of a time lapse of us, harvesting these fields and kind of getting everything squared away on the oat side of things. I'll kind of go back and forth, how I do it where we're harvesting, and I'll pull some trailers around, and then I can do some grain dumps into it while this harvester is going. I'll get that stuff dumped in the silo, and that's probably what's going to happen for this episode. And then once we get on to 33 is going to be our next major sunflower harvest. It's going to be a big sunflower harvest, and then it's going to be followed by a big bunch of field prep and just kind of planning for the next stages of our farm. I want to see how much yield we're going to get off all these fields, and then potentially in the next harvest, I don't know if maybe we'll decide to do something a little different with our fields. Maybe we won't do as much sunflowers, or maybe we'll do everything in sunflowers. I don't know. I figure we'll kind of just make that decision when we get there, as it doesn't really matter at this point. I'm still just going to be watching the stores for some sales. Maybe get a good herbicide spray or one of those big self-propelled units, but that's basically it. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll finish this episode off with a little bit of a time lapse of me kind of pulling some grain off the fields, pulling some oats off, and I'll come say goodbye to you guys once all that's done. All right, folks, there we go. That's a couple oat fields harvested and pulled off. I'm just gonna go dump this stuff in the silos there, and then, like I said, this is gonna be pretty much the end of episode 32. I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys on episode 33, where we are gonna have a massive harvest. Today, this was just like a little tester right here, just to kind of prep you. But the next harvest is going to be it's going to be a massive sunflower harvest. We'll have another. I'm excited to see if we get 3 bales off that cotton field, which I'm pretty sure we will. And yeah, it's going to be a big episode with a whole bunch of work, which is basically what we've got ourselves into now that we have so much land and fields to deal with. So, like always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're able to smash that thumbs up button for me, I would really appreciate it. If if you feel it in you, I'd love to have you guys around the community more. So smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You'll see when these come out. I basically upload a video every single day is basically what I've been doing lately. Sometimes more than once a day, but basically every day, either an episode of this comes out or there'll be more gameplay series. In the future, I basically want to have one going at all times and sometimes multiple. So daily videos is what you can look forward to, along with tutorials. And if that's your thing, if you're looking forward to FS25 and seeing more stuff like this, then yeah, it'd be great to have you a part of the Ultra Farmer community. But thanks again. This is Ultra Farmer. I am out. I'll see you guys back in the next episode, and we will harvest some sunflowers. See you guys.